Hello, this is Tyler Stewart, and this is my Sprint 1 progress. As a gamer, I want to move the shooter using WASD keys so that I can navigate the user on the game screen. Acceptance criteria. When I press the A key, I want my shooter to increase speed towards the left with a maximum speed of 14 pixels. When I press the S key, I want my shooter to increase speed towards the bottom with a maximum speed of 14 pixels. When I press the D key, I want my shooter to increase speed towards the right with a maximum speed of 14 pixels. When I press the W key, I want my shooter to increase speed towards the top with a maximum speed of 14 pixels. So we'll press the B key, and he'll go to the right, and he'll stop speeding at 14 pixels. And we'll press the A key, he'll go to the left with a maximum speed of 14 pixels. And then the W key will go to the top with a maximum speed of 14 pixels. And press the S key will go to the bottom with a maximum speed of 14 pixels. As a gamer, I want to move the shooter without leaving the game scene so that the gamer can see the shooter at all times. Acceptance criteria. When my X location goes past 0 on the X axis, I want to restrict the shooter from moving any further left. When my X location goes past the max width of the game screen, I want to restrict my shooter from moving any further right. When my Y location goes past 0 on the Y axis, I want to restrict the shooter from moving any further up. When my Y location goes past the max height of the game screen, I want to restrict my shooter from moving any further down. So on the X axis, if we go all the way to the max width, he stops. And if we go to the 0 on the X-axis, it stops. For the Y, if we go to the max height, it'll stop. And if we go to 0 on the Y-axis, it'll stop. As a gamer, I want to release the WASD keys and slow down to almost complete stop, so that gives the illusion of floating in space. Acceptance criteria. When I release any of the WASD keys, I want my shooter to decrease its speed in the same direction it was moving. After the key has been released, the speed will decrease to 4 pixels and stay at that speed to simulate floating in space. So we'll press the W key, and he'll go to the top, and when we release it, he'll stay moving at 4 pixels. Go to the A key, and release it, and he'll stay moving at 4 pixels. We'll press the S key, release it, and he'll stay moving at 4 pixels. The same for the D key, release it, and he'll stay moving at 4 pixels. As a gamer, I want my selected weapon to come out of the front of my shooter so that it can give the illusion of a ship firing. Acceptance criteria. When the left mouse button is clicked, the selected weapon will fire out of the front of the shooter. Where the left mouse button is clicked will determine the behavior of the weapon, depending on which one is selected. So, press the left mouse click, and the weapon will fire out of the front of the shooter. And this is the bullet, so the bullet will fly past the mouse to the end of the game screen. As a gamer, I want to move my mouse on any area of the game screen so that my shooter will look in that direction. Acceptance criteria. The shooter will face the mouse location at any point of the game screen. The shooter will stay facing the mouse location when the shooter is moved across the game screen. And here's my mouse. And the shooter will always stay facing it. When we move the shooter, it will stay facing the mouse in any direction it moves. As a gamer, I want to destroy a large asteroid and get 5 points so that I can increase my score. Acceptance criteria. Once the shooter destroys a large asteroid, it will reward the user with 5 points. Only when the asteroid is completely destroyed will the gamer be awarded the points. The status bar will update accordingly with 5 points for each large asteroid destroyed. So here's our asteroid, and we can shoot it, and only when it's completely destroyed will it say 5 points. As a bullet, I want to travel along the line from the shooter past the mouse press location so that I can fly to the enemy. Acceptance criteria. When the left mouse button is clicked, a bullet will appear in the direction of the shooter is facing and travel very fast towards the mouse. The bullet will travel past the mouse location and across the game screen. So when I press the left mouse click, it will travel very quickly across the game screen. It also will fire out where I clicked, so it will fire towards the mouse location. It will also fire not to the mouse location, but past the mouse location. As a bullet, I want to explode myself after I arrive past the game screen so that I can remove myself from the game. Acceptance criteria. When the bullet's X location is less than 0, it will stop traveling and explode. When the bullet's X location is greater than the game screen's width, it will stop traveling and explode. When the bullet's Y location is less than 0, it will stop traveling and explode. When the bullet's Y location is greater than the game screen's height, it will stop traveling and explode. If you fire past the Y is 0, it will explode. Past the X, 0, it will explode. And then down, it will explode to the right. As a bullet, I want to damage the enemy when colliding with it so that I can take 20 health points away from the enemy. Acceptance criteria. When collision is the collision box of the bullet and enemy is detected, it will decrease the enemy's health by 20. When collision is detected, the bullet will be destroyed and removed from the game screen so that it will not hit any more enemies. So, the game detects collision with the asteroid, and it takes 20 health away from the asteroid. Also, the bullet goes away so that it can't keep traveling further on the game screen. As asteroid, I want to appear within the game screen randomly so that I can stay on the screen. Acceptance criteria. When an asteroid appears, I want my X location to be within the width of the game screen. When an asteroid appears, I want my Y location to be within the height of the game screen. So as we can see, the asteroids, when they appear, they only appear within the boundaries of the game screen. And they appear randomly. As an asteroid, I want to appear at random times so I can surprise the gamer. Acceptance criteria. Asteroids will only appear when the game is running. Asteroids will appear randomly by a random number generator, based on the number range to simulate asteroids coming at random images. So these asteroids will come out at random times. This has been all my user stories. Thank you.